Greetings, CHS chemistry students. Today we're going to have a pre-lab over molar mass of an iron compound. Now, obviously, we know that iron can take many oxidation states. The most common ones are +2 and +3. So we need to determine what the molar mass is of our iron compound that we are producing. The problem is we don't know whether it's producing iron 2 oxide or iron 3 oxide. To start things off, always wear eye protection when we're heating anything in the lab. Second thing is when you are heating the still wool, which is the iron fibers, make sure that you do not inhale the vapors. Finally, hot things will burn you, so do not touch the heated material. We'll use crucible tongs to transfer the crucible onto the the porcelain square to allow it to cool quicker. So you will use the crucible tongs to move the crucible. Do not use your hands because it will burn you. The very first thing we need to do is find the mass of the crucible on the balance. After you've done so, obtain some steel wool, which is on the back table, put it into the crucible so we can find our mass of our crucible and iron together. You can do a subtraction of the crucible so you can get your mass of the iron. Step 3 says to place the crucible on the iron fiber of your ceramic triangle and begin heating it with a Bunsen burner. Here is a picture of a crucible. Here is the triangle that is on the back table, and also the O-ring, which will attach onto the ring stand. The Bunsen burner would be below this, so make sure when you're heating this that the Bunsen burner is down far enough that the flames aren't shooting over the sides of the crucible. We're going to have to heat this for 2 to 3 minutes, and there should be a color change on the iron sample. Once you've heated this for 2 to 3 minutes, turn the Bunsen burner off, and you need to gently blow air through a straw onto your iron sample. Now make sure that you are very gently doing this, because if you blow with too much air, it is going to cause the iron to come out of the crucible. Thus, it will affect the mass. You do not want to do that. Also, you do not want to blow too much air onto the iron sample because it could get too hot. All right. After you've done that, you need to wait at least 10 minutes for the crucible to cool. So take the crucible, set it onto the porcelain square, allow it to cool. While you're doing that, you can determine the moles of the iron that you start with, and you can also determine how many atoms of iron that you started with. So you can go moles, mass to moles, and you can also go moles to atoms of iron. Once you've done that, you're going to have to wait until it's cooled to get the mass of the final product. So when the iron reacted with oxygen, it can either be a 2+ or a 3+. We need to figure out whether it's FeO, which is iron 2 oxide, or whether it's Fe2O3, which is iron 3 oxide. In order to find out which of the compounds you formed, you need to find the percent mass of iron in the compound. In order to do this, you need to simply follow the directions that are given in the lab. Okay, it says here, divide the molar mass of the iron compound, iron component of the compound by the molar mass of the compound itself. It shows you the steps to do. So step 5 right here is how you do it. Step 6 tells you exactly how to do it. If you have questions on this part of the lab, make sure you come up and ask me. Now, when it is time for cleanup, I have a beaker that you can bring to the back table your crucible and empty the contents of the crucible into the waste beaker. And then I will take care of it from there. Once again, CHS Chem students, this has been the molar mass of an iron compound pre-lab. Thank you and good luck on the lab.